The first piece of advice is own your career. Make the choices you want to make the mistakes that you're ready to make or even not ready to make, but judge success by your own metric, not by anybody else's. That, to me, is the definition of success.
The most important advice that I could give graduating students right now.
Hold on, I have to.
Seriously? I'm trying to.
One of the things that partners at law firms do lie about is the idea that you can give them an unfinished work product. Give them, just draft a brief, just give me a first draft. Just give me something that you dash off. Don't spend a lot of time on that. And this is a rule for partners because when you're an associate, partners are your client, but it's also a rule for clients, which is you always send your best work out into the world. And so partners lie. They lie about a lot of things.
I think there's this sense that paths should be clear and linear and straight, and that you should know at point A where you're going to be at point B. And I think there's ways in which, getting to law school and getting through law school, you realize that paths aren't always exactly straight, but I think that's even more true in your career.
Don't plan for 10 years from now. Don't say, well, if I do this now, then 10 years from now, I'll be able to walk through that door that I think is what I want. Be happy in the moment, because if you're happy in the moment, you'll do a good job, and then doors will open.
You're all good at this. You're all going to be great lawyers. It's not a question of ability. It's a question of temperament and knowing what it means to take on the responsibilities and the problems of other people.
What I would urge you is to remember to take time in your career to think about those less fortunate than us, who need a voice, who need someone intelligent and articulate and passionate to advocate for them. Go out and do right in the world. Give back.
As I was saying, the most important advice I could give graduating students today is to respect your colleagues.
The balance question is sort of the most difficult of them all. But it is important to sort of remember who you are separate and apart from your professional identity and not to lose sight of the things that are important to you.
The second is live your life, which means there's going to be all kinds of desires and needs and wants to stay at the office, to do more work. There's always another case to check. There's always another piece of due diligence to do. Try to get away. Try to see your family, your friends. Do something for yourself, because after a while, that won't just sustain you. That's who you're going to become.
I think students should try not to feel too pressured or stressed that they have to plan out their entire career right now.
I think having the mindset that it's going to feel overwhelming and that's okay and normal, sort of be kind of like the first year of law school where everything feels overwhelming, everything feels stressful, you don't know what to expect, and it's kind of feeling that way all over again, which can be frustrating since you just finally got to a comfort level in law school. Now you're kind of starting over from square one in practice, but I think it's to realize that everyone has that experience no matter what their practice is, and then it's going to take some time to get comfortable.
And the third piece of advice, and I can't emphasize this enough, is layer your clothing. Be ready for any situation. It's totally important.
The bar exam is a real exam, and I feel like there are a lot of misconceptions about it. Obviously, you went to an amazing law school, you went to a top 10 law school, you're totally gonna be fine passing the bar. You actually have to study. I mean, it is a legitimate exam. You're not just gonna pass it by doing nothing. And that is, you've just completed these incredibly 3 rigorous years of law school, and so you sort of feel like, why should I have to study? I've already done all this studying. Isn't my studying done? It's not done.
New opportunities and...
This is an honorable profession. If you went through all of this and then you go into a profession and you're just not happy, I would be very sad. There's so many things that you can do as a lawyer. Go find that thing that is going to be satisfying to you and make that your focus.